Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your September reading. This is a reading for all Capricorn placements, but of course this can be resonating with anybody who finds this video also through the title, but probably most resonating for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars. In the beginning of the reading I will go into a general energy. In the second part I will go into a relationship dynamic. As always, check out the description box for all the information that you need, also concerning the card decks that I'm using, private readings, etc. And we're going to get started right away. Let's see what wants to come out for you at this time, Capricorn. The Devil in the reverse. Ooh, interesting for a Capricorn reading, because you are connected to the Devil card in the tarot. So the Devil card is a Capricorn card. If it's in the reverse, it's actually quite a good thing to not get too obsessive about a thing, to maybe get rid of attachments that control you, maybe getting rid of a substance problem or alcohol problem or addiction problem in general, maybe breaking through some sort of obsession or addiction, or maybe even letting go of being obsessive about work, could be about a person. So letting go of extreme energies that are binding. This is very healthy. When the Devil card is in the reverse, we can really detach from a situation that is not actually really controlling us, where we're just like, we feel like we are attached to it, but we don't have to be. And we can see that in this card very beautifully with this very loose strings that are attaching these people around there next to the Devil, but in reality they're very loose and we can take off those leashes easily. When the Devil is in the reverse, we are able and capable of really releasing, of detaching a problematic situation, I want to say, person, substance, something that's controlling us, not in a good way controlling us. Nine of Cups in the reverse could also maybe be a feeling that is controlling us, of being unsatisfied when you're coming into the situation. This is the Nine of Cups in the reverse, but it could really have to do with substances, because the Nine of Cups in the reverse is also a card where we have to be careful maybe that we don't self-medicate our uneasiness with, you know, substances that are not good for us. Maybe you're really in a process of letting go of addictions, or things that you need to rely on a little bit too much to feel relaxed. Because the Nine of Cups upright is a card of being relaxed, fulfilled, satisfied. When the card is in the reverse, we might struggle to feel that way. Nine of Swords. I mean, releasing something could bring strong mental energy or anxieties to the surface, because you're not used to, of course, living without obsessing on a certain thing. I said whatever it is, you know, like if it's really a substance or work or a person. Of course, this withdrawal process from that situation could bring up some strong mental energy, and maybe a feeling of not quite being able to control your mental energies at that time. But let's see what's coming out in the higher consciousness and the subconscious. So if you're dealing with anxiety, there might be ways that are helpful to you that are not substance-based, obviously, but it is also, the Devil is something, it doesn't mean we cannot use anything. The Devil means we should not abuse something. So that's the big difference here. Oh, Justice, nice. Well, with the Justice here, there is a sense of fairness and a deeper sense in your subconscious of things feeling right. even though it's difficult maybe to distance yourself from a certain energy, from a certain way of of extremes. It might feel like the right thing to do, and might feel subconsciously very balanced here and fair, that what's happening here is right. Three of Swords. You might have been self-medicating through some pain, really, some deeper pain or wounds or issues. I really see that. This is obviously not for everybody, but could be. This seems very much like also living with the consequences of doing the right thing. It might be also somewhat hurtful to do the right thing here. Sometimes that's the case. Page of Cups, it's beautiful though, because you're ready. You come into this month, even though something might be hurtful, or you might be choosing a way forward that is more head over heart. There is a lot of emotional growth in this. There's a lot of emotional growth in this decision or in this way forward, and you're really opening up yourself emotionally to new possibilities. The Page of Cups is really about emotional growth, about also the chance to grow on an emotional level, experience new things, experiencing on a fresh, very youthful level and a very innocent level. So that's a very nice thing here, and being open-hearted and also being very caring and giving. You might also understand how people around you are actually kind and nice towards you and want to help you. There might be people wanting to help you. Five of Pentacles. This detaching, I want to say, from an unsatisfying situation or unfulfilling situation or a feeling of non-satisfaction, of course, might bring also a realization of, or just a reality of, okay, this is a hard time right now. This is gonna be a little bit of a tough stretch here with the Five of Pentacles. This decision might make the upcoming stretch a little difficult or hard, which is just part of the whole, it's the nature of the whole process, you know. It's okay that this feels hard. This is supposed to feel hard. But in hindsight, you will be like, oh, this is just part of distancing myself from things that are not fulfilling or not good for me, really. I think really not good for me with the Devil in the reverse. You're really stepping away from things that are not good for you. And that might be a little bit of a tough stretch, of course, because we have to recalibrate, we have to find new stability. That's all a process. And I feel like you're aware of that. You're very aware of that. That it might be a little tough. But still, it's the right decision to do that. Seven of Pentacles, you're slowly stepping into, or I feel like quickly stepping into, a better attitude towards, oh, I'm sorry, or a more grounded attitude towards failure and successes, which is the Seven of Pentacles here, because the Seven of Pentacles, from a Five of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles, you're not so much in like a, oh, poor me attitude anymore. It's more like, well, no, now let's look at what we've actually established so far, what we can do better, where we made the mistakes, and how we're going to move forward. Even though this might bring some sort of anxiety to the surface or overthinking, be really careful with this Nine of Swords, because we don't want to be in this super anxious energy about the future. There's really no point in this, because with the Seven of Pentacles, you've quite accomplished something. We forget with the Seven of Pentacles that they are seven. It's seven pentacles. It's not one or zero pentacles. It's just, let's look at this, what has grown and what hasn't grown as much, maybe, or where I need to put the focus in, that this picture can develop, or this plant, this bush, these flowers can develop, and where do I have to nurture more? Where do I have to maybe change my focus, and where do I have to not repeat mistakes also? It is a card of looking for mistakes, yes, but in a very constructive way. It's a self-critical card, but in a constructive way. This Nine of Swords is a card that is really asking you to not be cruel and harsh on yourself, because it's okay to make mistakes. You know, we all need to make mistakes to be able to learn. That doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just doesn't mean that. You might feel like it's hard to initiate something new towards the future, but I think it's now not the time. Don't jump steps. You just stepped out of something that was not good for you, which is a big deal, which is not easy to do, which is hard to do. You've done the right thing, even though if it's ahead of a hard decision, even though you knew this might be hurtful, you knew this might bring a situation of difficulty maybe with it, maybe instability, but you're regaining stability really fast. And I think with the Nine of Swords, it's really important that you are not too hard on yourself. This is the main message that I'm getting here, because you've done something that's not easy, for sure. And that takes courage, and that takes a lot of strength, I think. Okay, there is no more information. Eight of Wands in the reverse. It's just the deck telling me like, okay, there is no more information. It's interesting that the Six of Pentacles is here on the bottom of the deck. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. And I was wondering like what's going on with the Six of Pentacles, because you're skipping a step here with the 5 and the 7, and the 6 is missing. So now the Six of Pentacles is here in the reverse. And it's saying, I think, really evaluating of how much you put into something and how much you get back, and how that sometimes or maybe hasn't been quite fair, and therefore you have been detaching yourself from situations. Maybe is something that you want to think about in this process. Where do you put too much resources in and you're not getting back anything from it? What's draining your energy, resources, money even, could be money also, that you put into stuff that is not giving value back. And this could, again, I don't know why I'm so stuck on the substances, but sometimes certain substances cost a lot of money and they don't give us what we need, you know. They actually take more than they give. Okay. This other person, Hierophant. So, relationships. This other person, nice. There is a Hierophant card here that's saying, I might want to, not I might want to commit to this. I want to commit to this. It doesn't have to be, of course, a romantic relationship, but I'm focusing on that. This can also be a friendship or a family dynamic. The Hierophant could be a Taurus or another earth sign, and somebody who knows what they want, who knows what they want to live when it comes to traditions, when it comes to what they believe in relationships and what they want to establish. They're very committed to this, and I think they can see this commitment with you as well. Otherwise this card would not be coming up. So they have good morals probably, and know what to build on a spiritual level as well, what they believe in, what they think is right and wrong, and how they want to also practice this on the everyday. And yeah, they're set in their beliefs, which is a good thing. And they believe, I think, that you're a person who is worth putting this effort, this commitment into, on whatever level. Ooh, Ace of Discs. Yeah, you're like, yeah, this seems like a stable chance. Let's explore this, or let's put something in. This can be a new person. I think it's a new person. Ace of Pentacles. And they seem maybe they seem a bit traditional, but they seem very stable, traditional, in a sense that you know what they want. They're making it clear, and they are very set in this, and this, I mean, smart, of course. I would invest in that. I would consider that as a stable long-term chance to build something. I think it's at the very beginning, but this person, the way they are presenting themselves and they're showing themselves is just very promising. Ace of Cups in the reverse. All right, this might be too much of a... Maybe this is about work. It could be a working relationship. It could be not emotional relationship. Maybe this is a connection that is too much in the material, you know, too much about security, stability, but it's hard to open up about feelings. There might be a very, you know, rigid system of a person being like, I want this and that. I had that quite a couple of times during these readings. It's weird. Where people are like, I have this blueprint for a relationship and what it's supposed to be and what I want to build, and I believe in that. So it might be a little too rationalized here, and the emotions and the heart is not open yet. Because being too rigid about that could also be a defense mechanism, of course, or trying to be safe, you know. It's safety, security, the Hierophant, but if there is no emotion involved, then that's problematic. I think it's not that there is no emotion involved, it's just it hasn't shown yet. I think I would give it some time. I would really give it some time with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. It could develop because it's here. I'm a person, when it comes to dating, I think when you're going on a date with a person and it's just not there, and you're getting to know a person and you like them, but there is no spark or there is no emotional connection yet, I think like 3, 4, 5 dates, it could definitely develop. I think if you're dating for 2 months and it's just not happening, then it's not happening, and it doesn't have to be the person. The person could be perfect, you know, but if you're not feeling anything, I feel like it's maybe a little too... Then you could really date a computer. Like, then why not just date AI? You know, that's much easier and cheaper probably at some point. Not yet, but, you know, then why not have a virtual boyfriend? Because that's, you know, if there's nothing that you're sensing or feeling, or there's no emotion involved, then it's problematic. But I don't see that here. I just feel like you're maybe not open about it, or it feels kind of funny or funky. Maybe it could feel unfamiliar because you're not used to this. It just could be like, as a Capricorn, you're just not ready to open up to it emotionally fully yet. Okay, Two of Cups. Give it some time. Give it some time. I mean, I also see like it could be an old connection, but now with the Ace of Pentacles, I don't think so. Give it some time. There's a Two of Cups here. The emotional connection I think is going to develop. If there's a person that you're really interested in, that seems super stable and knows what they want, the emotional connection can definitely develop here, even if you're not ready just yet. This could be a work colleague. Look at that, that's beautiful. I want to be a Capricorn. I mean, I am a Capricorn ascendant, actually. You might see that from, I don't know, people tell me like I look a little bit like a Capricorn, for whatever reason. All right, so Oracle card. This is cute though, Capricorn. This is very cute reading. Very cute love reading. Oracle card. Innocence. Ooh, sweet. I love this because it's new, it's fresh, it's innocent. Give it a chance, you know. It's so untainted. It's so nice. It's innocent. It's fresh. It's new. It's stay there. Stay in that place. We have the Page of Cups here as well, and that's also that innocence of the heart, that pure heart that comes into the picture here. Ooh, it gives me cute chills. Let's look at Astro dice, and also I want to look at charms. Venus is here. Venus is here. Yes, Venus is here, so good time for love and for things that are beautiful, all things beautiful. Second house. This, I think maybe this situation besides your love life could be about money, about stability, and there might be a change as well when it comes to money and stability, second house. It could have to do with this other person because the Hierophant and second house are related because Hierophant also is a Taurus card. Show yourself, be yourself is what I'm seeing here with the Leo card, especially when it comes to your emotions. Don't be afraid to show your emotions. Yeah, don't be afraid to show your emotions, Capricorn. But I mean, what else is new? What else is new in Capricorn world? Don't be afraid to show your emotions. Okay, let's look at charms. I think you've transformed. It seems like you've transformed, and what has been stable for you in the past and long term is not the same anymore. You come here as a transformed person when it comes to love. This is my copper charm and it's oxidized. You've really given this some thought, I think, and you can this could be a creative endeavor. You could really work together well. Yeah, be smart and strategic maybe a little bit, but don't try to trick a person with the innocence card, even though the fox is a trickster, but it is about smart, moving smart, you know. There's a transformative charm. This feeling of innocence could also change. Maybe this is something that you don't, maybe, you know, it could be a turn off. I get it. When it's too innocent, maybe, you know, for me personally, it maybe depends on age, but too innocent is a turn off because it might be not experienced or something, you know. Anyway, but there is something in that. I don't see it as a bad thing, though. There's a lot of clarity when it comes to this and the innocence. You know, it's different if it's a feeling of innocence that you're aware of and conscious of and that you're letting back in, or if it's like, oh, there is a child that I'm seducing. It's like not the same thing, you know. So I think there's a lot of awareness, inviting innocence and open-heartedness in a way of, let's just have an innocent mind stepping into this connection and not expect the worst. So that's what I'm seeing. Be maybe a little mindful about how you portray yourself also with the fox. All right, that's it, Capricorn. That's your reading for September. Thanks so much for being here. And please like, subscribe, comment. Check out the description box if you want more information or maybe are interested in private reading. I'm doing private readings at this time. And I hope that you have a great September. And I hope I see you again soon. So take care and bye.